Have you ever noticed this strange truth about life? Two people wake up in the same house, in the same city, with the same 24 hours, yet after 10 years, one is fulfilled and peaceful, and the other is tired and confused. The difference is not talent. The difference is not luck. The difference begins every morning. Morning is not just a time of the day. Morning is a state of mind. Every morning, life gently knocks on our door and asks a simple question: who do you want to become today? Most people wake up and rush, but a few wake up and reflect. That small difference quietly shapes their entire destiny. Morning is not just about opening your eyes. It is about opening your awareness. The way you begin your day decides the way you live your life. Successful people understand one deep truth: you cannot control the world, but you can control your morning. They begin the day not with complaints, but with gratitude. A thankful heart creates a peaceful mind, and a peaceful mind makes better decisions. When you start your day by appreciating what you have, you stop chasing happiness outside and start experiencing it within. They also value silence. In a world full of noise, silence has become a luxury. A few minutes of stillness, prayer, or mindful breathing brings clarity. When the mind settles, answers naturally arise. Problems don't disappear, but the ability to handle them improves. Silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. Another powerful habit is movement. The body and mind are deeply connected. When the body moves, energy flows. It doesn't have to be intense, just consistent. A short walk, simple stretching, or mindful exercise sends a message to life: I am active, I am committed, and I am ready. Laziness in the morning often becomes regret at night. Learning is also part of their morning ritual. Instead of scrolling endlessly, they feed their mind with wisdom. A good book, a meaningful thought, or a few inspiring lines can change the direction of the day. What you consume in the morning decides what you produce during the day. Garbage in leads to garbage out. Wisdom in leads to clarity out. They plan their day with intention. Not everything is urgent, and not everything is important. When priorities are clear, stress reduces automatically. A calm plan saves hours of confusion. Successful people don't try to do everything. They focus on doing the right things. Discipline plays a silent but powerful role. They don't wait to feel motivated. Motivation is like weather, it changes. Discipline is like climate, it stays. Doing what is necessary, especially when it's uncomfortable, builds inner strength. Over time, discipline becomes freedom. Finally, they begin the day with the thought of contribution. When life becomes only about me, pressure increases. When life becomes about we, purpose appears. Asking how can I be useful today transforms ordinary work into meaningful service. If your mornings are chaotic, your life will feel chaotic. If your mornings are calm, your life slowly aligns itself. You don't need a perfect life to start good habits. You need good habits to build a meaningful life. Tonight, sleep with intention. Tomorrow, wake up with awareness. Because when you change your morning, you don't just change your day, you change your future. When the alarm rings in the morning, it is not just a sound, it is a choice. A choice between repeating yesterday or creating something better today. Most people wake up and immediately surrender to their phone, their worries, and their unfinished problems. But a few people pause, breathe, and remind themselves that life is not meant to be rushed, it is meant to be lived consciously. The early hours of the day carry a special energy. They are quiet, pure, and undisturbed. Successful people respect this time because they understand that before facing the world, they must first meet themselves. A few moments of gratitude shift the mind from lack to abundance. When you begin the day by counting blessings, complaints lose their grip on you. Gratitude does not change your situation instantly, but it changes your attitude, and attitude changes everything. They make space for inner connection. Whether through prayer, reflection, or silence, they allow the mind to settle. A restless mind creates unnecessary drama. A calm mind creates wise responses. Life does not become easier, but you become stronger from within. In silence, you don't escape life, you understand it better. Movement follows naturally. The body is a temple, and neglecting it affects every area of life. Gentle exercise, stretching, or a walk wakes up not just the muscles but also self-respect. When you take care of your body in the morning, You tell yourself that your life matters. Energy is not something you wait for. It is something you generate. Another powerful practice is learning something meaningful every morning. The mind is like soil, whatever you plant grows. If you start your day with negativity, fear will grow. If you start with wisdom, clarity will grow. A few pages of an uplifting book or a thoughtful idea can protect you from hours of confusion later in the day. They also take time to organize their thoughts. Instead of reacting to life, they respond to it. By deciding the most important tasks, they reduce stress and increase focus. When the mind knows where it is going, distractions feel less attractive. Planning is not about controlling life, it is about respecting your time. Discipline is their quiet companion. They don't rely on mood because mood is unreliable. Some days you feel inspired, some days you don't. Discipline keeps you moving even when motivation disappears. Over time, discipline creates confidence, and confidence creates success. Above all, they begin the day with a sense of purpose beyond themselves. When you think only about personal gain, life feels heavy. When you think about contribution, life feels light. Asking how you can add value brings meaning to even the simplest work. If your mornings are intentional, your days become productive. If your days are aligned, your life becomes peaceful. You don't need to change everything at once. Start by changing how you wake up, because the way you greet the morning is the way life greets you back. Morning is a mirror. It quietly reflects how seriously we take our own life. Some people wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep, because their mind is already burdened with worries. Others wake up light, not because life is perfect, but because their approach is simple and conscious. The quality of your morning is not decided by your alarm clock, it is decided by your mindset. There is a beautiful power in beginning the day slowly and mindfully. Successful people understand that speed is not the same as progress. They don't rush out of bed as if life is a race. They pause, breathe, and remind themselves that today is another opportunity to grow, to improve, and to serve. This awareness brings calmness, and calmness brings clarity. Gratitude becomes their first companion of the day. When you acknowledge what is already good in your life, your heart becomes softer and your mind becomes stronger. Complaints drain energy, but gratitude multiplies it. Even on difficult days, finding one reason to be thankful can change the emotional direction of the entire day. They create a small space for inner connection. A few minutes of silence, prayer, or reflection is like cleaning a dusty mirror. When the inner world is clean, the outer world appears more manageable. Many problems are not actually problems. They are just thoughts waiting to be organized. Silence helps you listen to yourself, something most people forget to do. Caring for the body is also part of their respect for life. The body carries you through every success and every failure. Ignoring it is like expecting a car to run forever without fuel. Simple movement in the morning awakens discipline and self-worth. It is not about looking good, it is about feeling alive. They choose learning over distraction. Instead of absorbing random information, they absorb meaningful wisdom. What you feed your mind early in the day decides how you react later. A strong mind is not built by motivation alone, it is built by consistent nourishment. Planning the day gives direction. When you don't decide your priorities, the world decides them for you. Clarity reduces stress more than comfort ever can. A focused day is not necessarily a busy day, it is a purposeful one. Discipline quietly shapes their life. They don't wait to feel inspired. They show up because it is the right thing to do. Discipline may feel heavy in the beginning, but later it becomes the reason freedom enters life. What you practice daily eventually becomes effortless. Most importantly, they remember that life is not only about achievement, it is about contribution. Starting the day with the thought of helping, supporting, or adding value changes the meaning of success. When your work benefits others, satisfaction follows naturally. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need small, sincere changes repeated daily. If you treat your mornings with respect, your life will slowly start respecting you back. The future you desire is quietly waiting in the habits you choose tomorrow morning.